Hello students, before turning to our unit, I would like to ask you some questions. Tell me, who is in this picture? Goldsmith. Who is in the second picture? Blacksmith. Who is in the third picture? Potter. And who is in the fourth picture? Weaver. So student, these artisans are called craftsmen. They are the creators of the variety of goods and they use their hands to create such beautiful, attractive things. Nowadays, the craft like weaving has become a rare profession and it is not found in abundance. Now tell me, who sings? One who sings is a singer. One who plays is a player. One who dances is a dancer. One who teaches is a teacher. And one who views is a viewer. So let's learn a poem, short poem by Sarojini Naidu, that is Indian Weavers. Firstly, try to understand the meaning of the title. Viewer means what? In order to understand the meaning of the viewer, we have to understand the verb view. View means to make fabric by passing crosswise threads under and over the lengthwise ones. And viewer means one who views. You can get the picture of the viewer here, or better meaning of the viewer, a person who makes fabric by weaving fiber together. This poem has only 3 stanzas. Firstly, we shall learn about the poet Sarojini Naidu. She was a political activist and feminist, the first Indian woman who became the president of Indian National Congress. She was an important figure in India's struggle for independence. As a poet, she earned a nickname, Nightingale of India. She became the governor of the United Provinces in 1947. She was the first woman to hold the office of the governor in independence India. After that, we shall turn to the next point, that is about this poem. It is a short poem which talks about 3 types of garment that weavers weave at 3 particular times of a day. Each stanza of the poem stands for the 3 important events of human life: birth, that is childhood; adulthood, that is young age; and death, that is old age. The colors mentioned in the stanzas are very important because they indicate the moods related to the events. This is a short poem of 3 stanzas depicting the 3 stages of life as well as making us aware of the fading handicraft that is weaving. I read out the poem. Listen the poem carefully. Weavers weaving at break of day, why do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the rose of a newborn child. Weavers weaving at fall of night, why do you weave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we weave the marriage veils of a queen. Weavers weaving so solemn and still, What do you view in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. After reading the poem, let's see the paraphrase of the poem line to line. Indian viewers. Viewers viewing at break of day. Why do you view a garment so gay? In this line, we come to know that the poet Sarojini Naidu is asking questions to the viewers. So the question and answer style has been used in the poem. The viewers also give answers to the questions asked by the poet. In the first two lines, viewers viewing at a break of day, why do you view a garment so gay? The poet addresses the viewers that they are viewing at the break of the day. Break of day means dawn, daybreak, morning, or it is sunrise. You can see in the picture. So the poet addresses the viewers that they are viewing at the break of day. Early in the morning, they are viewing, and she asks further, why do they view a garment so gay? That means the viewers are viewing a piece of cloth, that is garment, and that they are gay or happy while viewing in the morning. Then the next line, the viewers are giving the answers. Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we view a robe of a newborn child. Blue as a wing. Here wing means a movable organ for flying, one of a pair. And you can see in this picture, the wing is there. The color of the wing is blue. And this is the wing of a bird called halcyon. Halcyon means kingfisher or a colorful diving bird. And it is wild means living or growing in the natural life or not domesticated. That kind of bird is halcyon there. Halcyon is wild bird living or growing in the natural life or it is not domesticated. So the bird is blue and the garment produced by the viewers are also blue. Why are the viewers viewing this blue garment? The answer is in this line. We view the robes of a newborn child. The viewers view the robes. Robe means a long, loose outer garments reaching to the ankles. You can see in this picture. The viewers view the robes for a newborn child. A newborn child means a baby who is just born or who has just taken a birth. In this picture, you can see the baby in his robe. So students, in this stanza, the poet has given the reference of morning and a child. This is the first stage of human life that has been described in this part, that is birth or childhood. Let's see the next stanza. Viewers viewing at fall of night. Why do you view a garment so bright? Here the poet asks the viewers who are viewing at fall of night. At fall of night means at dusk or at the end of the day or when the sun sets, or it may be evening time, you can guess. She asked them, why are they viewing a garment so bright? Bright means giving or reflecting much light or shining. The viewers are viewing bright garment at the time of sunset. In the next line, the viewers answer, like the plumes of peacock, purple and green, we view the marriage veils of a queen. Like the plumes of peacock, purple and green. Here plumes means long soft feathers. And what color of the plumes? Purple and green. So in this picture you can find the purple and green feathers are there or plumes are there. So these are the colors of the plumes or feathers of peacock. Purple and green garments are produced by the viewers. What are the viewers viewing of the purple and green colors? The answer is in this line. We view the marriage veils of a queen. Veils means a piece of fine material worn by women to protect or hide the face. A piece of fine material worn by women to protect or hide the face. So here they create the marriage veils of a queen. You can see in this picture the queen is wearing a marriage veil. So student, this stanza refers to the adulthood or young age, the fall of night, bride garment and marriage veil. All these symbolize the spring of life, that is youth. Then we shall turn to the next stanza. The poet asks viewers viewing solemn and still, what do you view in the moonlight chill? In this stanza, the poet says, viewers viewing solemn and still, what do you view in the moonlight chill? The poet tells us that the viewers are viewing, but how? Solemn and still. Solemn and still. Solemn means serious and still means silence. So the viewers are viewing seriously and calmly or silently. And when? What do you view in the moonlight chill? When are the viewers viewing? In the moonlight chill. Means till the late night they are viewing while the moon is shining outside, and the viewers are viewing in the chill, moonlight chill. Means here the weather is chill, that is cold. It may be winter season. In spite of the chill or coldness, the viewers are working at night also. Then they answer the poet. What are they viewing? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we view a dead man's funeral shroud. White as a feather. Feather means the plume. We have just learned. Plume means feather. And cloud. You can see in the picture. Both feather and cloud are white. as the garment they produce. Feather and cloud are compared with the garment, and this is a comparison that is shown by edge. So this line has the figure of speech simile. Then, in the last line, they tell the poet, we view a dead man's funeral shroud. Viewers tell that they are viewing a dead man's funeral shroud. Funeral means about burying or burning or cremating a dead body. And shroud means a sheet of cloth wrapped around a dead body. Means that is a piece of cloth that is used to cover a dead body. So students, in the last stanza, we come to know about the last stage of the man's life, that is old age or death. The symbols like moonlight chill and white garment make us aware of this. Thus, in the first stanza, the poem refers to the morning, that is birth or childhood of human life. The second stanza implies the fall of night, that is sunset, and the adulthood of or the young age of human life. And the last stanza indicates moonlight chill and white garment, that is the death or old age of human life. Lastly, we shall see the rhyming words from the poem. In the first stanza, day, gay, wide, child. In the second stanza, night, bright, green, queen. And in the third stanza, still, chill, cloud, shroud. The poem had the regular rhyme scheme. Very simple rhyme scheme is there, regular rhyme scheme is there, A, B, B. So students, we have seen the paraphrase of the poem. This will be helpful for your board examination. See you again. Thank you.